Payday 2 sniper class is most likely one of the craziest in the entire history of video games. Their true power should come from your above average ability to aim rather than spamming your mouse button, and that is the problem with them in this game. They're all great, but today let's take a look at the peak of this insane weapon class. The video says top 5, however this time we're going with more than 5 weapons. Starting off with the only 500 damage sniper on the list, the dfox. These are generally outclassed by the other snipers and don't suffer from the spam to win syndrome as much as the rest. So what is this one doing here? Well, dfox can easily be used in low blow setups, which doesn't change much because most units die after a single headshot either way. However, the dozers do not, and this is where it can shine. You won't always score a critical hit against them. However, when you do manage to get one, they will definitely feel it. Because of this, I believe it is somewhat fair for this gun to share the 5th spot with the next sniper rifle. Now we're going for the stuff that's getting closer to the aforementioned syndrome. However, rattlesnake isn't quite up there yet. It's a 255 damage sniper, which naturally means its ammo pickup is too good for what it's worth. It's getting the 5th spot because its rate of fire is not as high compared to what you'll see above it. After getting used to the other snipers, I find this one somewhat annoying to use, at least for a few heists. Other than that, it still shreds almost anything in its way and doesn't require too many points to work at its peak. Kang is one of the most recent sniper additions and it's very good. Why is it very good? Well, it's in the low damage sniper category, which means it's pretty much unreal for it to be bad. Why does it take the 4th spot? Its concealment is rather low and it doesn't have the access to silencers. It's not that much of a problem, but less aggro from a silencer is definitely a factor, and therefore it's not as good as the rest. The ammo pickup is insane, the rate of fire is high, and the overall stats are good, so picking it wouldn't be a mistake. R700 on the other hand has access to a silencer, however it's a 255 damage sniper and therefore choosing it is not the greatest unless you are running a berserker setup. What's great about this sniper? It's rattlesnake, but better, and surprisingly suffers from the spam to win syndrome. The difference between their rate of fire is very small, but somehow big enough for you to be able to jump from a group of enemies or overpeak, then miss and still survive, which means you don't need to be a sharpshooter to destroy everything on the map. Combine it with stupidly high ammo pickup and you have a weapon that's way too good. It only took the 4th spot, but make no mistake, snipers in this game are something else. We're opening the 3rd spot with what is very likely the most underrated weapon in the entire game, the repeater. Very often forgotten because it's the only sniper rifle in the game with no access to sights. The default iron sight is often considered bad, but if you can get used to it, then this weapon is in a league of its own. All of the stats are great, but it's the rate of fire that makes it out of this world. You have to remember that Graze exists, and with how fast you can destroy every group of enemies on the map, it's only fair for this weapon to be placed in the top 3. We're done praising the repeater. The list is already filled with crazy stuff, but that's just the beginning. The Grom is a low damage sniper rifle. Enough said. Okay, fine. As always, you get Zerk and then just kill groups with 1 or 2 clicks. Unless you camp in one spot and never leave it, it's hard to run out of ammo, and that's exactly why this sniper type is ridiculous. Oh, and I really love its iron sight, and since it's my video, I'm adding it as a pro. A while ago, this is the sniper that held the #1 spot because of how insane it was, and as a matter of fact, it still is pretty insane. So what makes this one better than the Grom? Its concealment is lower, but it's a very small price to pay because you get double the magazine size. Is it enough for this sniper to go up 1 spot compared to the aforementioned one? Definitely yes. The magazine boost allows you to take out groups of dozers in one go without having to reload, which can be life-saving if they start rushing you. On top of that, you can reload less, which also naturally leads to higher DPS. And obviously, more mistakes are forgiven, which overall makes this sniper the better choice. However, there's one more sniper that dethroned the contractor completely after a certain buff. It's a low damage sniper, so it can't be bad, right? Right, so naturally it has to be buffed further, yeah? Apparently, yeah. A while ago, this sniper received a buff and not a single soul knows or understands why. We already made it clear how hard it is to run out of ammo on sniper rifles unless you camp in one spot and never leave it. Well, forget about it, because this sniper completely invalidates that statement. Its capacity was buffed to a freaking 60. Now, keep in mind that 1 or 2 shots is all you need to completely destroy most spawn groups with Graze. Oh, and did I mention that you can use it in low blow setups? Oh, and also did I mention that the ammo pickup is way too high? There are a lot of questionable buffs, but this is one of those that are pure overkill, and it's hard to argue that this isn't one of them. If max power and making death sentence 5 times easier is what you're looking for, then look no further. Leben Saga is definitely one of the strongest weapons in the current state of the game. The range hitter is in a weird spot because it's the only sniper in the game that is between the low and medium damage snipers. It gets an honorable mention because it's good for lazy people who don't want to zerk, since Frenzy on its own is enough for it to kill heavy units with a single headshot. If you're not lazy, however, this weapon doesn't really have too much use. Snipers in this game are everything they shouldn't be. The ammo pickup and rate of fire allows them to outperform the vast majority of weapons, and with somewhat decent aim, even akimbo SMGs, which are also way too powerful. Leben Saga in particular makes no sense at all, and I have no idea what to say because this game was supposed to be balanced around Death Wish, and with its existence, it's very hard to say that because if it makes death sentence at least twice as easy, then what can I say about other difficulty levels? Don't like the video? Don't subscribe. If you are a subscriber, then unsub and definitely do not check out the videos that are being displayed right now.